Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 17 of the Arsenal Football Manager series. As always, if you're enjoying today's episode, please do drop a like. That would be amazing. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. And I've just got to thank you guys for all the support on this series so far. We're 17 episodes in, and for a small channel, the support has been absolutely incredible. So thank you very much. So we're going to start today having a little look at Kieran Tierney, who, as always, for the last season and a bit that we're into this, has been absolutely incredible for us. His ratings, really high, always averaging over a 7. I think if we look at his career stats, last season he got an average rating of 7. This year he's at a 7.3, but he is starting to get a couple of little injuries creep into his game. He's currently out with a calf strain for 2 to 4 weeks at this moment in time. So we're not going to see him today. But if we have a little look at his injury history, we notice that from about December last year, so over the last kind of 9 months or so, he's getting a few injuries in there. Well, actually, even before that, throughout last season, a couple of twisted knees, gashed up upper leg, torn knee ligaments where we lost him for 2 months. They're not long injuries, but they're just a lot of different injuries. So I think Kieran Tierney is just going to be one that we need to keep an eye on, and it's exactly why I brought Greg Taylor in. He's there as, our backup, and we'll see him in one of the games today. Also, the bonus is we've got Maitland-Niles, who can also play on that left-hand side. He's quite competent over there. He's right-footed, but he can play as a full-back or even a wing-back on that role. So that's a massive bonus for us. So there's not actually an awful lot to report on. Today we're going to have 2 games. We're going to be playing Athletic Bilbao at the Emirates Stadium in our Champions League Group C. That's our second game of the group. And then we'll follow that up with a trip to Molyneux as we play Wolves in the Premier League. They're 6th in the table at the moment. So it's going to be a pretty difficult game. Now, off camera, we've played 3 games. We started off by beating Leeds United by a 0-0 at Elland Road. And that goal was scored by Bukayo Saka in the 10th minute. It was a great start to this game for us. Aubameyang hitting the post, Saka knocking in the rebound, and I thought, that would be kind of the door opening for us to give Leeds an absolute hammering. We should have done. The XG was 2.37 for us, 18 shots, 7 on target. We reduced Leeds to absolutely nothing, but unfortunately for us, we couldn't go out there and win by any more. But at least Saka scored in the 10th minute, which made that better for us. So that meant that it was 6 games in a row in the Premier League that we had won. A perfect start for us. But since then, things have slipped for us a little bit. We played at the Emirates Stadium against West Ham in the Carabao Cup. West Ham are now in the Championship. They got relegated last season. And again, we absolutely peppered them. We should have scored goals. We should have won the game, but we didn't. And in the 49th minute, they got a set piece, and Haller got the goal for them. And we just couldn't come back and get anything out of the game. Edouard as well. We played him up front, a 6.6. Absolutely no good again. He has got until Christmas time to impress me, and I will seriously think about selling him in the January transfer window, because I'm not going to lie, guys, he's been an absolute flop. Attribute-wise, he should be banging in goals for us, but he seriously needs to up his game. And then in our final game off camera, as we went to Craven Cottage to face Fulham, we lost by 2-1. And it was Anthony Knockaert who put Fulham into the lead in just the 4th minute. A really well-worked set piece, and Anthony Knockaert knocking it into the corner. They then went 2-0 up in the 38th minute. Onuma grabbing a decent goal for Fulham. Shocking defending by us. Really was. He just slipped that past Bird Leno in the goal. And by 2-0 at half-time, the water bottle was being thrown once again. We did manage to get a consolation goal in the 73rd minute through Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and we really did push towards the end of the game. But unfortunately for us, it just wasn't to be. We ended up losing our first game of the season at Craven Cottage. Again, stats-wise, 19 shots, 11 on target. Should have had a couple of goals according to the XG. A little bit less possession, but yeah, really not the best result. But you'd think when you look at Fulham, Fulham are actually a really good side. If we look at the English Premier League, they're currently 3rd. They've won 5, drawn 2. They haven't lost a game yet this season. And even last season, they had an incredible year. They qualified for Europe last season, finishing in 6th place in their first season in the Premier League. So we can't count them out of it. They are proving to be the surprise package of the Premier League in the last 2 years. So it was unfortunate, but we need to make sure that we move on from that now. We are top of the table, but on level on points with Liverpool, exactly the same record, but we've got a better goal difference. Fulham in 3rd on 17 points, Chelsea in 4th on 16. It's a very tight league in the opening few games of the season. And in our second game today, we will take on Wolves. They've played 7. They still haven't lost a game this season either. They've won 3 and they've drawn 4. They're sat on 13 points. There is a chance that they could move into a top 4 spot if they beat us today. So, I think that's all the news to catch up on. We are going to play our first game of today's episode against Athletic Bilbao of the Spanish Primera Liga. They got a point in their first game against Zenit St. Petersburg, so if we beat them today, and maybe even if Zenit managed to get a draw against Milan, we'll move clear in this group after just 2 games. If we have a quick look at Bilbao, they are 6th in the Spanish First Division as it stands. They've got Molyneux, who is their captain. And it's going to be a tough game, but we are at home, and I'm confident. I'm always confident at the Emirates. And this is the team that we are going to put out there. Leno starts in goal, Bellerin, Saliba, Gabriel and Maitland-Niles at the back, who comes in for the injured Kieran Tierney. Guendouzi and Tonali will start in the middle. Guendouzi's impressed me so far this season. I'm really, really happy with him. Great average ratings across the board when he has played, so he's going to get another opportunity today. Pepe starts on the right, Saka on the left, Aouar through the middle, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up top. On the bench, Diallo, Holding, Darun, Partey, Szoboszlai, Akone, and Nketiah. Edouard is not getting near my team today because I'm frankly a little bit sick of him. So, let's get into the first game. Fingers crossed we can start our winning run once again and get a good result against Bilbao. You know, I think when you've lost a couple of games in a row, it really does, it makes you think about your tactic a little bit, because we were so good in the opening few games of the season, winning, you know, the opening 6 in the Premier League, but we've had a little blip lately, so it's up to us to start again now. I know that on paper, we've got a really, really good side, as Pepe almost gives us the lead in the 7th minute of the game, but I know that we've got a really good side, and I know what we're capable of, so it's up to these boys to go out there and show it now. So Hector Bellerin has the ball in towards Guendouzi, takes a shot, gets deflected, falls to Bukayo Saka, and he probably won't score an easier goal all season. Brilliant start for us. Absolutely love to see that. Love it when we go up a goal up early on. It's up to us to see this through now and make sure that we put in a good performance. I'd like to win by at least 2 or 3 clear goals just to get that confidence flowing into the side once again. Here's Aouar on the right-hand side of the field. He's been really good this season. Tries to get a ball in that gets blocked. Bellerin will make the attempt as well. Skips past his man. Skips past 2. Straight into the arms of the Athletic Bilbao goalkeeper. So coming up to half-time, we've been far the better side. 13 efforts at goal. 6 on target. No real highlights since then, though. And I just want them to go back out there in this second half and continue to perform. So I'm just going to say to the boys, happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. We'll leave it at that, and we'll just see how that fares for us. It's been a bit of a quiet second half, which is a little bit disappointing. 71 minutes into the game, Aouar with a potential injury, so we'll take him off and we'll bring on Szoboszlai. And it's also saying that Saka's looking a little bit tired, so let's take him off and we will bring on... Do we go with Ikone? Ikone can play on that left-hand side as an inside forward. We'll do that. He's been performing well for us as well so far this season, but we've got 20 minutes to go. I've just fired the players up a little bit, demanded a little bit more, and I would like us to get another goal just to see this game out. Well, it looks like that's going to do it. 4 minutes of stoppage time. The game is over. A 1-0 victory. Not very exciting, unfortunately, for a game on camera. But look at the stats. 21 shots, 10 on target. Should have had almost 3 goals, apparently. A little bit less possession. We're noticing a pattern in there. But that's a really good result for us, I think, especially off the back even, of 2 defeats. Well done, lads. That was a good result for us. Let's see if we can have a look at some of the other results as well. in our group. Milan look as though they did win against Zenit. Yes, they won by a 1-0. So it puts them 3 points behind us, but obviously we've got a better goal difference and we've got a better head-to-head record, and it moves us 5 points clear of third place. We're looking good, even 2 games in. So nothing too serious on the injury front. Aouar's going to be out for 5 to 8 days with a twisted knee, so we'll let the medical team go and sort him out. We'll give him a rest for our second game against Wolves. Actually, I've just noticed we've got an international break between games, so that's good. We may actually see Aouar in the next game. Okay, that's really weird. We're on an international break at this moment in time. We haven't got a game for 2 weeks. But I've just noticed that on this weekend, the 2nd of October, we've had virtually a full Premier League fixture list. So, a little bit odd. But anyway, it is what it is. Liverpool have gone back to the top of the league. 3 points in front of us. They've beaten Swansea by 4-1. Man United have won as well, so they're creeping back up there. How did Fulham play? No, Fulham didn't play. So yeah, bit of an odd one, but we're going to end up a game behind at the moment in the Premier League. Right, we've made it through international break, and we're now going to play our second of the 2 games today as we take on Wolves at Molyneux. We're a little bit patched up in places. Renarsson's going to start in goal for us, because Leno's going to be out for between 10 days and 3 weeks with pulled knee ligaments. To be fair, you guys warned me about this, that this could happen, so hopefully Renarsson can put in a good performance. Bellerin, Saliba, Gabriel and Maitland-Niles will be at the back. Guendouzi and Tonali in midfield. Saka on the left, Pepe on the right, Aubameyang up top. Ikone's going to play through the middle today. We've got Aouar and Szoboszlai both on the bench, but they're not quite fit, especially Aouar. He picked up a little knock in, of course, that last game, but we're going to put him on the bench just in case. Szoboszlai is a bit tired. He's been on international duty. He's been scoring goals at international level as well, which is really good to see. He's up to 5 goals in 25 caps for Hungary now, so absolutely brilliant to see that. Tierney still out. Thomas Partey is out as well. He's not quite fully fit to reach this game. Martinelli still working his way back to fitness as well, but we've still got a very strong side. On the bench, Diallo, Holding, Darun, Willock, Szoboszlai, Aouar and Edwards. Fingers crossed we can go and get another 3 points in the Premier League. We don't want to be losing 2 Premier League games in a row. Now, Wolves are a really good side. They haven't lost yet this season. And, of course, they've got Mesut Ozil playing as their number 10. They've also got Renato Sanchez in their squad. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. I'd love to win this game, but I just know how good Wolves are. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is injured. Potential hand injury. Okay. Right, this is the time then. Odsonne Edouard, now is your time, my friend, to go and step up. I'm going to pump fists, and I'm going to say that I want to see a good performance from him. This could make or break Odsonne Edouard's season. Now, it's also looking like we've got a little injury to Pepe as well, so everybody's going down at this moment in time. It's not good. But here's Ikone. He does find that man Pepe. Bellerin ball into the box. Saka was there at the back post, but Rui Patricio getting there first for Wolves, and he pumps it downfield, tries to find Mesut Ozil. Ikone just tidies that up nicely, though. I've been very impressed with Ikone from what I've seen from him so far this season. He drives through the middle of the pitch. Is he going to try and find himself a pass? It doesn't look like it. He wants to do everything on his own. Ball in towards Pepe. Cleared out once again, but only as far as Sandro Tonali. Great play by Saka. Here's Pepe. Lovely ball to Maitland-Niles. Can he find a cross? Gets into the box. Saved! And it's knocked in by Bukayo Saka. I said in the last game he wouldn't score an easier goal all season, and I think he's just found an even easier one. Look at this. Brilliant play from Maitland-Niles. And it's hit Saka on the head, and he's tapped it in. 1-0 at Molyneux. Can we find ourselves a second, though? There's a highlight straight away, and I don't like it when we play around at the back. Clear it downfield. Edwards picked it up. Would love to see a goal from him today. Here's Pepe, who I think we are going to have to take off by the sounds of it. Great ball out wide to Bellerin. Can he find Edward in the middle? Cross gets blocked, but he'll pick it up again. And he finds Saka, who finds Ikone, who finds Guendouzi, and that goes just wide. Right, my assistant is constantly telling me to take Pepe off. Well, let's take him off. We'll put Ikone out there, and then we will bring on... Do we go Szoboszlai or for fit? Oh, God, which one? Let's go for Aouar. we could always take him off if he gets too tired towards the end of the game. So Pepe is off. Aouar is on through the middle. Icone will go from the right. So into the second half, we've absolutely dominated this football match. And I'll be quite upset if we draw or lose from this position. I've told the boys at half-time, don't get complacent. I want exactly the same kind of performance in the second half. Here's Tonali, nice and early on, 51st minute, having a great season for us. Bellerin finds his way into the box. Can he find a cross? He can, and it's Edouard! Yes! Second goal of the season for Odsonne Edouard. Of course, a few games ago off camera, we gave him a sympathy penalty. And do you know what? I've chucked him out of the side completely. Stuck him in the under-23s. And he's actually been scoring goals in the under-23s. And this is now his time. He finds himself a goal. And that could boost his confidence. I really want him to do well. I don't hate him. I really don't. But I want him to do well. And he frustrates me. Based on the attributes that he's got, he really frustrates me when he doesn't do well. Anyway, ball cleared off the line by Gabriel as Wolves look to try and get back into this. Dendoncker tries to get it into the box, and Icone will clear this danger and carry us all the way up the pitch. Tries to find Edouard. Knocked down again, but to João Moutinho. Adama Traore, he's going to be a tough one to catch as he gets into the box. Great challenge by Maitland-Niles. Wolves are definitely looking to press us a bit, though, as they come on the attack again. Here's Renato Sanchez. That's a great signing for them. Good ball. Cleared again by Saliba. Now, can we clear this danger? We can. We try and get it to Edouard, but Connor Cody's there first. Wolves just trying to ramp up the pressure on us a little bit now with Neto on this left-hand side, gets into the box, cuts it back, Silva's there, Adama's there, it's a mess, and for some reason, rather than shoot, Silva decided to kick it the opposite way. Whose side is he on? So we're coming towards the final stages of the game now. Can we find ourselves another goal? Not with crosses like that. That's a great ball from Mesut Ozil down to Fabio Silva. He's wiped out by Gabriel in the penalty area. Absolutely no need to do that. The referee's going to VAR. I can tell you already, this is going to be a penalty. And a penalty it is. I'm not sure who's going to take it for Wolves. Hopefully it's not going to be Mesut Ozil. It's going to be João Moutinho. Come on, Renarsson. Yes! Makes himself a hero. And he prevents us from having to really cling on towards the end of this game. As long as Wolves don't score from this corner, Aouar gets it away. We have just made our final substitution as well. Darun has come onto the pitch for Sandro Tonali, who is looking really tired. But with 3 minutes of stoppage time, we take the game by 2-0 at Molyneux. And overall, that was a really good performance. They came back into it in the second half. The XG obviously showing, because of the penalty miss, that they should have been a lot closer to us. But overall, another solid performance. So I told the boys that was a really good win for us. We were the late kickoff today. And so some teams have already played. Liverpool drawing 3-3 against Leicester, which is a great result for us, especially seeing as though we've got a game in hand. Chelsea won by 1-0 in the 94th minute at Aston Villa. I can't see Fulham up there. Fulham lost. They lost against Burnley, so results have really gone for us today. Tottenham Hotspur won by 2-1 against Swansea. But overall, really, really happy with that. Well, another good episode. 100% record. We're back in the groove. After 2 defeats in a row, we've managed to record 2 wins in a row, which is really good to see. We sit second in the Premier League on 21 points. Liverpool top, but they have played a game more. 2 points in front of Chelsea, who've actually played a game less than us, so they could leapfrog us. You never know. They're on decent form at the moment, Chelsea. Down at the bottom, Reading and Swansea, who have both lost 9 games in a row. They look to be in trouble early doors. Leeds and Sheffield United not going that well either. But I think in the next episode, I'm just looking through the fixtures. I'm trying to find, as a viewer, something that might be slightly exciting. We'll probably play all these games off camera against Zenit, Swansea, Villa, Zenit, Burnley and Crystal Palace. And we'll come back in the next episode for the home game against Milan in the Champions League. And then a visit to the Amex Brighton. They were our bogey team last year, so I'm hoping that we can begin to put one over on them again. And of course, in the Champions League, we'll be 4 games in by then, so the Milan game could be one to really play for and cement our place in the next round of that group, well, not of the group stage, but into the knockout rounds. But guys, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like if you have enjoyed today's episode. Subscribe as well if you're new. And catch you guys in the next one.